Hello, I'm Marjorie Pasaoa together with Cleo Anin, and we're going to report about the sexual self. So, first, what is sexual self? Sexual self is the understanding of one's sexual self, knowing who or what someone is. It refers to your sexual orientation, gender identity, and sexual health. In our sexual self, we have sex. Sex refers to the physical distinction between men, women, and intersex person. A person's sex is usually determined at birth according to physiological features. The sexual self contains physiological components of excitement. The phases of sexual response and the erogenous zone. In the erogenous zone, the body parts are sensitive to touch, and this could elicit a sexual desire and a sexual reaction. In the phases of sexual response, it consists of 4 stages: the excited, plateau, sexual, and dissolution phase. In the excited phase, or what we call arousal phase, the person may experience an increase in muscular tension. Sexual arousal can occur as a result of ideas, fantasizing, kissing, or touching that causes excitement. Next is the plateau phase. If a person maintains to experience sexual stimulation after the excitement phase, they enter the plateau stage. This is the second step in the 4-stage model of physiological responses to sexual stimulation. Plateau phase is marked by a constant stimulation up to the climax. Blood flow, heart rate, and muscular tension are all continuing to increase. Next is the sexual phase or orgasm phase. When a person continues to get sexual stimulation beyond the plateau phase, they enter sexual phase. The orgasm phase is the climax or peak of sexual response cycle. The tension that rises during sexual activity is released in the form of muscular responses during this phase. This causes an increase in pleasurable feelings that travel through the body. Euphoria and a sense of tension and relaxation are felt. And the last is the resolution phase. The resolution phase usually comes after the orgasm phase. In this phase, the body's function slowly returns to a normal level of functioning, also returning to the pre-arousal or normal state. A person's muscular tension returns to normal. Whether you have an orgasm or not, this phase happens towards to the end of the sexual response cycle. A person may feel both satisfied and exhausted.
Hi, this is Anin, and I will be discussing the different sexualities under sexual self. Understanding sexual diversity will help others gain understanding and support youngsters to discover their own gender identity. It evolved in a variety of diversified sexual behaviors such as heterosexuality, homosexuality, bisexuality, and transsexuality. The first one is heterosexuality. It is defined as an attraction towards the opposite sex. Heterosexual men are romantically and sexually drawn to women, while heterosexual women are romantically and sexually attracted to men. Next, we have homosexuality. It is defined by an attraction to the same sex. Female homosexuality is typically referred to as lesbianism. Gay is usually used as a synonym for homosexual. Next, we have bisexuality. It is attractive to both men and women. Bisexual persons have sexual or romantic feelings for people of another gender as well as their own gender. And lastly, we have transsexuality. It is a contemporary word for those who have an alternate gender identification than the gender they were given at birth and want to switch from male to female or female to male. Transsexuality is a generational term for those whose gender identification differs from their given sex at birth and who wish to transition from male to female or female to male. This refers to persons or people who have had surgical procedures such as surgery that affirms their gender to match their gender identification and physical appearance. And that's all for different types of sexualities.
And then next, we have the contraception. But first, what is contraception and why is it important? Contraception is the use of medications, technologies, or surgery to avoid becoming pregnant. And contraception can also be used to plan when or how many kids individuals have. This is essential for preventing sexually transmitted infections or STI. The contraception has two kinds, the natural contraception and artificial method of contraception. Natural contraception is a strategy that instructs you when, in your menstrual cycle, you have made intercourse without contraception and have a lower chance of pregnancy. The natural contraception is a method that does not contain any chemicals in the human body. There are many methods of natural contraception, like calendar technique, the temperature method, ovulation detection, coitus interruptus, basal body temperature, abstinence, and the cervical mucus method. Next is the artificial method. Using medications, implants, and other scientific processes, this can prevent impregnation in the artificial method. There are many methods of artificial sterilization, like condoms and diaphragms, hormonal techniques such as the pill as well as the IUDs, and surgical sterilization methods such as vasectomy and hysterectomy. And that's all for the report of sexual self. Thank you for listening.